Well, I guess we're live here. This is something I have not done before, probably for obvious reasons, but if you're new here, welcome to the Rowan Ridge Farm drive stream. Little pun there for you to start things off. Figured didn't get a chance to do a live stream on Friday night because we had the Homestead Pigs 101 class scheduled for yesterday morning, which was fantastic. It was a great class and real nice turnout and some really good opportunity, good conversations, build a little community, and get some new farmers kind of ready to start working with pigs. And of course, as life usually seems to work out, it was a little bit of a 5 pounds of bologna in a 3 pound bag scenario. And so I was hoping I would have a chance on Friday to do our normally scheduled live stream. And of course, that didn't come through. Also had another litter of piglets born on Friday night, which this litter we've had. So just kind of bring everybody up to speed as far as the piglets go, because my latest video, which I will link after, I'm off road. I can link down below in the description or maybe even pin a comment. The link to the video about the catastrophic farrowing incident that we had with the last couple of litters. We had, well, technically for the winter time, we've had one litter of purebred old spots that went beautifully, and then there were 2 litter of Tamworths, both purebred Tams, both litters, and those really, really, really went poorly. And of course, we had 14 out of 8 piglets dead, so it was a big, big loss, and it was really hard to deal with. Made a little video about that last week, and so check that out. But I have been happy to report that the 2 litters that we had since then have been actually doing pretty good. They've been in good shape. We had a Tamworth Cross litter that came out real nice. We had 10 babies in that one. And then I had a purebred old spot litter the night before the class, and that one came out really fantastic. So, there's hard losses in farming, and that's part of the deal. There's no livestock without dead stock. And I see folks are starting to pop into the live stream here. If you guys have not done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Hey, Landon, good to see you here. And make sure that we're connected so that we can have a chance to make America Farmers together, because this is an ongoing process. And, I'm really thankful to have the opportunity to do these classes with folks because people entrust us with taking the time to give them a little bit of foundation and education in the nuts and bolts of raising pigs. And I think that the one thing, at least I hope that people come away from the classes that we've been doing on our farm with, is the confidence to be able to say, okay, this isn't brain surgery. Like, this is something that I could do, and to, start taking those first steps into raising pigs. And I know it's different for everybody. My goal isn't necessarily to get everybody raising pigs. Well, technically it is getting everybody raising pigs, but it takes time to do that. And so what I would like to be able to do is to get people there a little bit at a time and get more people interacting with real farmers, even if you're not raising your own meat, but to start buying meat from actual the middleman, because that's how we grow that community, and that's all part of making them farmers again and kind of raising some awareness around that stuff. And I will read the chat I promise this is nothing more harrowing than anything that I have done at various points in the past. I'm just seeing who we got in here. We got Carlos. Have a good day, Carlos. Same to you. Aunt Anna. I've been mispronouncing your handle, but thank you for coming to the class yesterday. That was really cool to finally get to close the loop with you and Michael both taking some classes with us. That's been really cool. Oh boy, we got people peddling nonsense here. That's cool. And hello, Ibrahim. What brings you to my swine-focused live stream out of curiosity? Are you raising pigs? You getting ready to get into that? Let me know, because we got to make America farmers again. That's how we are going to rebuild American culture through rebuilding the small American family farm. Anna, just out of curiosity, what does the audio sound like? Because I'm just doing this with earbuds. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go here on this stream because light obviously is fading, and I don't know what my reception is going to be and ability to continue this. I'm just curious because most of the time I use a lapel mic, but this time I remembered after the fact that I forgot to bring it. Sounds good. A little glitchy at times. Yeah, it's kind of doing the stream on cellular bandwidth and data, so it's gonna make it a little suboptimal. Oh wait a minute. You know what? Maybe it's because let's try that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just unplugged from the car. I don't know if this is any different, if it's maybe made a difference. I'm not sure if I was streaming through my earbuds or if it was picking it up on the car microphone. Audio is always a sticky wicket, I feel like, with most of this stuff, because most people seem to not really care too much about what the picture looks like a lot of times, especially not when you're, streaming mobile. But audio, you can fool the eyes a lot more easily than you can fool the ears. So I'm interested in kind of taking a look at that. I am in the middle of working on a video that, I mean, not right now, obviously, because I'm driving, but I got a good question from a viewer on this channel kind of about pricing his pork. And actually, during the class this weekend, the Homestead Pigs 101 class that we are offering on Saturday actually had a few people ask about that. And guys, if you go ahead, well, we got one person watching right now, so I'll wait until a few more folks come back. But if you could like the stream, if you haven't done so already, that would be much appreciated and get some more folks in here. Thank you. Appreciate you doing that. I see the feedback is pretty immediate there on the stream. But yeah, we had some good conversation about kind of setting prices and pricing pork. And I had a subscriber to the channel ask me some questions about, am I pricing my pork the right way? Should I be, I'm having a hard time making money. And so it gave me an opportunity to do a little case study and unpack some of that stuff and make a video out of it. And of course, one of my favorite ways to make videos is when I have a chance to actually take real live case studies and pick apart what people have going on their farm and use that as a basis to kind of respond to and show a little bit of the problem solving. I like to show my work. And so the video that hopefully is going to be out this week, assuming I'm able to get to it and get it done, is going to be digging into that scenario, and there will be discussions of pricing and marketing, demographics, depending on where you are operating out of, and as well as Idaho pasture pigs, because I do have an opportunity in this video that's coming up to take a little bit of a critical look at Idaho pasture pigs and how they impact the profitability of a small farm, and kind of basically, I'll give you the condensed version, is that the gentleman who reached out to me, he started off homesteading. He started off homesteading, and kind of just the homestead grew, and he's been making money off of it and doing stuff with it. And so he kind of has gone into farming. And the problem is that his farming operation is using Idaho pasture pigs, and for a homestead, pigs work great for a lot of people. And the purpose of my video, and even right now, I am not hating on Idaho pasture pigs or any of the other breeds. It's more a matter of looking at the nuance of how to sell a product that takes 9, 10, 11 months to reach market weight versus one that is ready to go to the butcher in maybe 7 months, and kind of getting into the nuts and bolts there. So it gives me a chance to look critically at the IPP and some of those breeds. But it's not actually a video about or hating on the IPPs. It's more just an opportunity to look at the nuances, and be able to say, okay, if you want to be profitable with a longer grow out time on a pig, then here are some of oh jeez, Massachusetts would be nice if they put some of their taxes into fixing the roads, but that's too much to ask. Can't do that. But basically, that if you have a pig that's got a longer grow out window, then here are some ways to change the way that you're operating to accommodate that, because a lot of people like Idaho pasture pigs. They like raising them, they like eating them. They're great for a homestead when you may not have the same level of pressure to make money and send them to the butchers quickly. Whereas when you're operating in a environment where you're trying to raise these pigs for other people, you're under the gun a little bit more. You have to be able to get them to the butcher quickly enough in order to keep the overhead. Hey, Matthew, um, you want to be able to do that faster. And so when you're kind of not stopping to change to a different breed of pigs, and you're kind of using a homestead pig to do a commercial type of operation, and it kind of gets a little bit ahead of you, then you wind up in a position where you now have to make a decision. Either I want to change breeds to get something that fits a quicker turnaround, which is usually what your market wants, or you have to say, I have to change the way I'm marketing to either to market to different people and to sell my product as a specialty item that demands a higher price and that just operates differently. It's like if you're a watchmaker and somebody is buying a watch that's custom made, you're going to have a lot more of a different relationship with your clientele if you're saying, okay, you're special ordering this watch, you need to give me this much of a deposit.